Big Dick Nick pull off the upset and dethrone the Patriots.
Oh, will Tom Brady claim his 6th Super Bowl ring?
Let's talk about it on The Edge.
I see the block, I need the block. I see the block, I need the block. I see the block, need the block. I see the block, need the block.
Welcome to The Edge. I'm Justin.
And I'm Dennis.
And today we're going to start our show with something a little different called the Hot Minute. We're going to talk about all the hot topics in sports in 60 seconds or less.
It's about to get hot.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with LeBron James going to the Warriors. There's a report that apparently he would not turn down talking to Steve Kerr and the Warriors about going and playing for them. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, I just wouldn't watch the NBA anymore. I mean, you've got... So you'd have LeBron. You'd have Steph Curry. You'd have
Team USA playing for Golden State Warriors.
Yes. It's like the all-star team. I'm done.
It's just, it's already unfair, and it's already made the NBA so unbalanced.
Klay Thompson.
And other teams are trying to make super teams, and I don't think he's going to do it because I don't like LeBron James, but I don't think he's that kind of guy.
I think that if he does it, and anything that he gets afterwards is null and void, he doesn't count.
Just stupid idea. Moving on. Alex Smith, though, gets traded to the Redskins. What do the Chiefs think? I just don't understand. I think they had a great quarterback, and I understand his playoff record is 1-4.
Andy Reid is a terrible playoff coach.
Oh, horrendous.
I mean, maybe he just wants to wear a different colored red jersey.
I don't know, but I think it was a dumb move.
Shaleev.
And lastly, shout out to Ryan Shazier, getting out of UPMC. I love seeing it. What happened was terrible, and we wish you a full and healthy recovery, man.
Absolutely,
man.
Shaleev.
Get it, baby.
Hey, that went over the hot minute, but...
10 seconds, but for Shaleev, Ryan Shazier is the man.
You got a Shaleev in that 10-second over.
Moving on, we're going
to the Super Bowl.
The game we've all been waiting for. But first...
Or maybe you haven't been waiting for
First we talk Super Bowl. Yeah, let's go like New England. The MVP will be announced before the Super Bowl. One player who's in it is Tom Brady, who is probably going to win MVP and probably the Super Bowl as well.
Yeah.
He's probably going to win the MVP. Now, this makes you kind of mad, and I'm not taking away what Brady did this year, but what does the MVP mean? What is that? It's supposed to be the most valuable player.
Yeah,
correct?
literally it's the most valuable player, but I mean, when you look at the most valued player on any NFL team right now, it's Russell Wilson.
You couldn't mean it more correct. And there was a stat today that was on ESPN and I thought was it's just stupid that the Seahawks scored 38 touchdowns. 38 touchdowns. And Russell Wilson scored 37 of them.
37!
There's only one touchdown he was not responsible for. He is the Seattle offense.
Which maybe he was responsible for it.
Yeah, he called the play. So, I mean, that's ridiculous to me. To have someone who is literally everything that your offense is.
And you have to bring up Antonio Brown.
And that's another thing. So and that's the most valuable player. But then I think about you're talking about the best player in the league. Well, the best player in my eyes, if you're talking about the most athletic person on the field, any game is Antonio Brown.
Oh.
Like he dominates anything. And I know his impact might not be the same as a quarterback, because quarterback had the whole game, interceptions. Right. But there are 4 or 5 games that he made catches against Green Bay, against Tennessee, against the Ravens, against the Bengals. He doesn't make those catches, we don't win that game. Yeah. And those aren't easy catches. And then on top of that, he goes into the playoffs against A.J. Boye, who did not allow one touchdown all season. Best corner in the league.
Right.
Antonio Brown.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Same team, but there you go.
Yeah.
You got Antonio Brown, who's not even 100%, just tore his calf, comes in, 7 receptions, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And 2 amazing catches over the best corner.
So it's like MVP, best player in the league.
That's like a Jordan moment to me, like Jordan's flu game. Like, how do you overcome that and then just go off and dominate the game? And then the third guy who's up, who I think should win it, is Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, it's going to be between Todd Gurley and Tom Brady. And I think Todd Gurley should get it because they relied on him through everything.
I mean, Jared Goff had a great year.
Well, absolutely, but Todd Gurley changed a lot of games.
Beast mode who? Beast mode?
Yeah, right.
I mean, hey, he has dreads too.
And not only was he a beast in the running game, I think they said there was only like 20 receivers who had more receptions than him. He's a running back. That doesn't make any sense.
It was fantastic.
So, overall player. But, at the end of the day, it's probably going to go, and you can't argue Tom Brady because he has had a great season and they're in the Super Bowl. And that comes to, does your team's success matter when it comes to winning the most valuable player? Because Russell Wilson, I think, should get it. But they didn't make playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, when you look at the most valued player on the roster, which is what the MVP is, Why wouldn't it be Russell Wilson?
But you know what? But hey, let us know who you think should win the MVP. Like I said,
And the Super Bowl.
And the Super Bowl. But Tom Brady, unfortunately, is probably going to get it. And like I said, I don't want to say that to take away from his year, but
I know last episode you were talking about hating on the Patriots, but I saw this and I wanted to mention it to all you Patriot haters out there. I saw this. If you hate success, you hate the New England Patriots.
oh.
They are so good. They are so good.
You're out up here.
Yeah, they are so good that I think it just pisses people off.
I agree. I feel like
Because
when you have that much,
and me included. I mean, I don't want to see them go to the Super Bowl every year. It's boring watching the same team.
and as an asterisk, if they win this year, they tie the Steelers for most Super Bowls all time. But I don't want.
It's like when you watch the NBA, right? If you're not a Warriors fan or if you're not a Cleveland fan, why are you watching basketball? So it's like if you hate success and you hate this team winning all the time, then you hate the Patriots.
And the scary thing is this man's 40 years old and they're not slowing down. And he might win the MVP at 40 years old. That's just unprecedented.
If you won the Super Bowl last year, which he did, okay, and then if you're going to win the Super Bowl this year, which he has a 67% chance of winning the Super Bowl this year, according to ESPN, why would you retire?
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's no reason to.
Two straight Super Bowls. Even if you don't win, you went to 2 straight Super Bowls and you're in your 40s.
I hate it. I hate talking about the Patriots because I've looked up so many stats. I've looked up anything of what I can sit here and tell you why I think the Eagles are going to win this game, and I can't. And it's not. I don't disrespect the Eagles as a team.
We are blinded.
I think
by Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
I think the Eagles are the best overall team, and like I said before, I think if Carson Wentz is playing, they win the Super Bowl. And I'm not taking Nick Foles went off, and I'm hoping Big Dick Nick can get this done. I really do. But it's not even, the hard part is I don't even look at the teams. I'm not even comparing the Patriots versus the Eagles. I'm comparing Doug Peterson and Bill Belichick because Doug Peterson's never been in this position before. And I'm not saying that he can't get it done. He's not a good coach. I'm saying is you have a guy on the other side of the ball where this is like a yearly routine for this guy. Like, I was watching this documentary on Tom Brady, and this man has his favorite Super Bowl. He has a favorite Super Bowl. People don't even get to one Super Bowl. He has a favorite. So you know what I mean?
He has like a bag that he's like, which one?
Yeah, like which one am I? Yeah. So like I look at that and I go, the Jacksonville I think they brought out the perfect scheme to show you how to beat them, and I think the Eagles have the team to do that. They have just as good as rush. They have just as good of a defense, and their offense I think is better than Jaguars. And I think Nick Foles, so far in the playoffs his whole career, even though taking away his regular season stats, is balled out. I mean, nothing but do good in the playoffs.
But has he balled out enough to beat TB12?
And that's the problem. He's not playing Minnesota again. He's not playing the best defense this year. He's playing the best dynasty of all time.
In a game that Case Keenum was supposed to be Case Keenum.
Yeah. And like I said, everybody counted the Eagles out when Carson Wentz went down. But
me included.
Yeah, me too. I was like, they're not even going to make the playoffs. Like I said, they're going to lose every game. But they have the best overall team, which is why they're here. But it comes down to, can you beat the best dynasty? Or I win against the Patriots every week of my life. I've never said I want the Patriots to win. Never. I don't want them ever to win. I hope they go 0-16 for the next 50 years. But
he sold Madden 18.
Yeah, yeah, I hate Madden 18 too. But every time, what happens? They win, and it's just how can you bet against
28-3?
Yeah, and honestly, just bringing last Super Bowl, I think that team was a lot better than this team that they're playing this year. Look at that offense, like Julio Jones and the MVP, Matt Ryan of the year, Devontae Freeman. They had one of the best defenses coming into the game, and unfortunately for the Eagles, Nick Foles proved me wrong last week. But can he do that in the biggest state division?
I don't know. I mean, arguably, you can say that. I mean, is Philly a more well-rounded team than Atlanta was last year?
Hopefully they can be, because that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to play good in every aspect of the ball. And that means defense, from the line to the safety, the offense, from your line, the quarterback, receiver, special team, every person's going to have to play their A game. Because that's what they're going to do.
Doug Peterson has to put 2 pencils, he has to put a pencil in this ear and a pencil in this ear.
And honestly, and this might sound crazy, but I feel like when you play the Patriots, you have to make a game plan for the first half and a game plan for the second half. Because no matter what you do, no matter 28-3, you get up on them and you beat their ass. They're going to figure out how to at least stop you and come back. And if you don't have a plan for that...
They have to have a game plan to their game plan. They should go to church that morning.
I've been watching this documentary on Tom Brady just It's pretty interesting.
Tom versus Time.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Check it out on Facebook. It's pretty good. But they know how to overcome adversity, and they're toughest on themselves. They don't celebrate wins. They think about all the losses. He still talks about how he thinks about losing to the Giants.
That sounds
unhealthy. That was years ago, right? But isn't that scary though? You got the greatest player of all time, and he's motivated. He's about to go for 6 Super Bowl, and he doesn't feel like he's accomplished it all yet. He feels like he still has something to prove, and all he thinks about is, I have 5 Super Bowl rings, but I lost 2, and that's crazy. But that kind of competitive spirit and that kind of mentality is why they're here every year. I mean, and honestly, you would think a team who wins that much, they get complacent. Winning usually is complacency, and that's not them. They don't care. He doesn't care about his rings. He doesn't give a hell. They don't win this year, he's probably gonna be so pissed. You know what I mean? It's just how he is, and I feel like.
Ooh, which brings up something else. I mean, if they lose, does Tom Brady retire?
Interesting. What do you think? Do you think he'll retire? Do you think?
No. I mean, I think he's already brought it up enough that he thinks he can still do it at a high level. So win or lose, I think he'll stay.
Yeah. I mean, you made a Super Bowl. You're probably gonna win MVP. So what's this for the hell of it? Let's say he does retire. Just talk about it. How would you think about that? How would you think that he would feel? How would he? I think he's way too competitive to go home and.
He would just go home and think about that he lost 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, right. Or even if he wins, I feel like he would go home and be like, I could probably still go out there and win another damn Super Bowl. Why am I at home?
He'd stop going to the bar with Brett Favre. Right?
But go back to your point. I don't think he'd retire. I can't see it. Maybe 3 years. And I think and like I said to you before the show, I said, it's different when you're winning too. I mean, he's in the Super Bowl, so even if he does lose, he can still go back home and say, all right, I still got it. I still got here. Maybe a little extra. If they were 9-7, didn't make the playoffs, I don't know. I still mean, if he had the same numbers and their team wasn't playing at the potential they were, and they weren't in the Super Bowls, I don't think he'd feel the way he did.
New England being 9-7.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound like a real sentence. I don't think it's ever happened since somebody's been there, actually. I think their worst season might have been 9-7. It happened once. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think they've ever had a losing record with Tom Brady at quarterback.
That's disgusting.
In 18 years, it is disgusting. Honestly, if I had to make a prediction for his career, I think he's going to win probably at least 2 more. At least 2 more.
No, I'd agree with that, yeah.
Because
or at least he'll go to 2 more.
Even if he starts declining, his average season is probably better than 25 other quarterbacks' best season.
Yeah.
So what's your prediction and why?
I think that the Patriots... I think this game's going to be decided in the first quarter.
Oh, before we have predictions, just so you know, the loser has to take an ice bath.
Wait, we decided on that?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, heck yeah.
The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah, we got to sit a tub of ice with water. So we don't pick Rome.
Okay.
But he's taking a safe route and go with New England. So.
Well, no, I mean... Okay, so, yeah, I think it's going to be decided in the first quarter. I think New England's going to take maybe a 10-point lead, or maybe it'll even be 10-7, and I think they're just going to coast. Not necessarily, it's not going to be a blowout, 40-7.
No.
But I think it's going to be at least a 2-possession game and in favor of New England. So I think I've got, let's go New England 34, Philly 21.
You're thinking a pretty solid victory for Tom Brady.
Yeah, I just...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how... There's no reason why I wouldn't say you're right. I mean, every history and everything happening, present, past, future, just says New England. And please, Nick Foles and Eagles, knock them off. I want them to lose, but...
I mean, I do too. I just don't think they will.
I don't want to sit in a hot bath. I don't think they're gonna...
In a cold bath. It will not be hot.
I don't think... I'm picking the Patriots. But honestly, I feel like...
Wait. So what happens if we both win?
Well, then we're both lucky. So if the Eagles pull off the upset, we're going to do it together. No, but I'm going to say Patriots are going to win 28-17. I'm going to go with that. I think they score late. I think it's going to be a close game, 21-17. I think New England scores late with 4 minutes to go to seal the deal. I just don't... I hope Nick Foles can pull it off, and like I said, after last week, if he can play like he did last week, and that team can come out like that, they're going to win that game.
If that whole offense can play the way
the
they did
defense,
last week,
everything. If they can collectively come out like that, they're going to win, but...
As I was saying, they have to get after the ball on defense.
This isn't just another game. This is the Super Bowl. This is it. And I know that they're all, NFL athletes, but going to this game, they've probably never had nerves like this before. I mean, this is it. Like, your mess up can cost you a championship. So, will that affect Nick Foles? Will Nick Foles think too much? Will Nick Foles just play Nick Foles ball? And if Nick Foles wins, he's going to be a damn god in Philly.
Holy shit.
But yeah, I mean, I'm going with the Patriots. So I guess we're going with the Patriots.
Both Patriots.
So they were both getting really cold. We're both not getting wet at all.
Nick Foles, don't make me do an ice bath.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of want to. I mean, I don't know.
Well, tell us what you guys think. Do you think the Patriots they're gonna win their 6th, or do you think the Eagles are gonna shock the world? I mean, I know I'd be shocked. I'm gonna go crazy if they win Super Bowl, man.
And as always, guys, please like, share, leave any comments below that you have, and please subscribe. Thank you for your support, by the way. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for checking us out on The Edge, baby.
All right, see you after the bowl.
I see the block. I need the block.